Hello and welcome to the MX5 Parts Great Mk1 Giveaway and a series of videos where you help us restore this Mk1 MX5, which at the end of it we'll be giving away in a prize draw. There's quite a bit to unpack there, so let's have a look at what we're doing and why we're doing it. Imagine you've just bought an MX5 like this, or a Mark II, or a Mark III, or a Mark IV. You want to make it yours with a few upgrades from MX5 Parts, but you're not sure which ones to choose because, let's face it, there are a lot. Wheels, suspension, engine upgrades, exhaust, hoods, trim pieces. There are so many ways to personalise an MX5. We thought we'd have some fun and explore some of the most common options here with this car. And hopefully you're going to get involved too. Over the course of this series we're going to do a selection of upgrades and you're going to help us choose which ones we put on. So we'll give you three options of, say, wheels, strut braces or whatever, talk through what makes them cool, and you get to vote on them via our social media channels, and then we'll show you how we go about fitting them. By the end of it we'll have one special looking MX5 and you'll then be in with a chance of winning it for yourself. Entries for that are already open on the mx5parts.co.uk website, so get your name down now for a chance to own this car. Details for how you do that are below in the video description here. So let's have a look at the MX5 we'll be using as a centrepiece for all this, our blank canvas if you will. We've gone with a Mark I on the basis that it's the iconic MX5 for many people and increasingly in demand for its modern classic status. This example is a 1992 UK market 1.6 and is typical of the kind of cars you'll find advertised at the moment. Amazing to think this is now a 30-year-old car, and over that time it will have passed through a number of owners, many of whom will have made their own mark on it along the way. Now it's our turn. As you can see, although it's a fundamentally standard car, it has already had a few aftermarket modifications. Up front we've got this little air scoop here feeding the induction kit, and we've got some little running lights here integrated into the grille. You'll have probably already seen the aftermarket 15-inch wheels here. It would originally have run probably 14-inch Daisy style wheels, so that's a very obvious upgrade already. We've also made a start on some choice upgrades ourselves to kind of get the ball rolling. We've fitted this nice mohair hood here. This is a Mark II hood which fits the Mark I. The advantages of that include this nice glass rear screen here, which makes it a little bit more cosy and refined inside. You also get the full demister on there. At the back we've got this rear wing. It's also got an MX5 Parts twin exit exhaust for a slightly more exciting noise and a more contemporary look. But as you can see, there's still plenty to do with this car and plenty of options that we could explore. Now let's have a look under the bonnet and see what there is to do under there. Right, so we've popped the bonnet of the Mark I project car that we've got here. Let's see what we've got to work with under here. As you can see, the engine's already been treated to a coating of red paint now on the cam cover and induction plenum. That looks pretty smart. And you can see we've got a K&N induction kit here. That's a very popular upgrade amongst Mark I and Mark II MX5 owners. It's a very popular product in the MX5 Parts shop, but we've still got some potential under there. I think there's some things we could do. Let's have a look at the interior and see what we've got to work with there. So to the interior, and here you'll see we've already made a bit of a start thanks to our friends at IL Motorsport, for whom MX5 Parts is the exclusive UK distributor. IL have supplied this rather nice metal gear knob here and a matching handbrake sleeve. These door cards and the seat covers are also IL Motorsports and give the car a much more luxurious feel than standard. We've also got this fancy steering wheel here and an instrument binnacle here, which is an original Mazda part. Don't forget, of course, you can also buy those through MX5 Parts as well. Also, we've added this MX5 Parts style bar and wind blocker combination, so it's already a pretty smart interior, but I still think there's things we could do. So, as you can see, we've got it off to a good start already, and that should give you a sense of just some of the upgrades available on MX5 Parts. But there's plenty more to do, and it's time to consider our next upgrade, and the first that you can vote on. Wheels are a great place to start, and a fairly straightforward way to change the look of your MX5, and there are loads of options for all four generations of the car. We've picked three here for you to choose from, and once the votes are counted, we'll go about fitting them to see how they look on the car. So, what are the options? When browsing the MX5 Parts site, you'll see that wheels for Mark Is and Mark Is are grouped together on the basis that they share the same fittings, so are in most cases pretty much interchangeable. If in doubt, just click on the wheel in question for more information in the small print below. Now, the first of our three options is an original Mazda wheel, which is a good choice if you're going for a more original look for the car. These are a 15-inch wheel, originally offered for the Mark II, but a perfect fit for a Mark I as well. The fact they're bigger than the original 14-inch wheels gives it a bit more tyre and grip to work with as well. There's a bit more presence and an up-to-date look, while still in keeping with that OE feel. The next option is the Calibre Vintage alloy wheel, again in 15-inch size and with a classic cross-spoke style, similar to the BBS wheels fitted the iconic Japanese market specials like the S Limited and legendary RS Limited. These look great on a Mark I MX-5 and are firm favourites among enthusiasts. If you think a more modern style might work better for the resto mod vibe we're going for, then our third option goes up a couple of sizes with the 17-inch Calibre Motion 2. Given a lot of Mark I's run 14s, this is quite a big wheel for the car, but it could make all the difference and our project car something really quite special. Which is best? Well, you can choose. Once we've counted the votes, we'll fit the winning wheels to the car, share how we went about it and how it looks. Until then, stay tuned, follow us on social media and check the information below the video for how to enter the draw and win the car. And don't forget to vote.